Now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the black box. Black box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smack a little nip hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Yeah, Mr. 1597. Selling the 7 C's. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. We got a good one on the menu. Shout out to SBGB TV. It ain't about the setback. It's about the get back. Deezy. But anyway, he scored a call from J Diggs' mom. Yes, the queen that appeared on the intro of the infamous diss song, Three Finger Wack that J Diggs. She had a good performance on there. I love the way she sounded. But now she done called into Deezy's show to set the record straight on some of the bush that Ho No Hunted has been spewing out here. He has been incriminating her son in some horrible crimes. Lie snitching. They say ain't no such thing as lie snitching. That's a lie on my mama, because he implicated him in a crime of murder of his own son. He implicated him in the crime of murder of Mac Dre. And it's crazy when a nigga mom's got to come out and point out how much a nigga's a liar.
We say Spider Loke gave Black Wall Street a pass today. So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
No, we don't. I like to remind y'all, give you a meter of how low, how obscure, how ridiculous, how unnecessary, how bold of a lie this nigga would tell. Just as a reminder, I've never been in jail with this dude, incarcerated. Never in my life. And I've never, ever been to the juvenile side of the county. He just tells compound lies, lies on top of lies. He is the pay, lie, rule, hold no hunter. But with no further ado, let's see what J Diggs' mother has been up to.
SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
Betty Diggs, calling from Sacramento, California. Hello, Daisy.
Hey, what's going on, Miss Betty? How you doing?
Oh, you know I'm fired up now.
Fired up, I bet.
I am really fired up. I have really tried to stay in my lane. You know, moms have to stay in their lanes. I don't want to be out there like, oh, she taking up for J Diggs. J Diggs can take up for herself. But you know what? I have to.
This thing, she saying the correct thing, mom supposed to stay in her lane and all that, but this thing, Hold No Honey, got one situation where he online threatening the life of Aaron Plummer's mama. This dude is crazy.
Put Wack in his place. He has said this over and over again about my son giving my grandson some kind of lien. First of all, my grandson did not die from lean. I want that cleared up. I have the toxicology reports. He had absolutely nothing in his system, okay? Nothing. My grandson died from a grandma seizure. He was having seizures. Now, I have heard that lean might have can cause seizures in people and stuff like that, but that was never the case, okay? People started saying that. So anyway, I made sure that I got the toxicology report. And my son Jamal was way in another state when my son Jamal, that's what I call him, Jamal. My husband called him J Diggs. Well, he was way in another state when my grandson died. He had nothing to do, nor would he do anything like that. Jamal was a single parent to this child. He came straight out of prison. When he came out of prison in 1992, imagine this. A woman knocked on his door and said, excuse me, okay, well, when he came out 10 years later, 2002 he came out, a woman knocked on the door and gave him a 9-year-old son. That is the son that he raised up by himself as a single father. Took him.
Fuck they talking about.
On the road with him everywhere. And he died when he was 18 years old. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time Wack says that kind of stuff, it just tears my family apart. Number one, we know it's not true. But how could he even say anything like that? And, you know, personally, I think that Jamal needs to go out and sue him. That.
Oh, my mama. Facts. Mom's cooking. Because it's the type of whole game Ho No Honey play. He's sending out Father Day gifts. That's paperwork. Backed by the corporation, YouTube, white folks. Cousins, them peoples. All he gonna do is tattletale in one form or another. Ho ass.
That's what he need to do for defamation. So I just have to speak on that. All this stuff with that girl, you said it right, Deezy. You were absolutely right. She's jealous of the other girl, and if you go through it, it's my grandmother, J Diggs, my pimp boyfriend, all this crazy stuff. That's fufafi, as you say it. In fact, that's my new word.
Bob, I mean, fufafi. That shit fufafi, oh wow. Why we doing like that? I feel like I've been saying that word all my life, dude. You gotta let me know, cause that really an original. I feel like I been knew that. Fufafi to the motherfucker.
Okay, there's nothing in there, but I do see where Wack is literally trying to just line him up as if he had something to do with Mac Dre. Mac Dre was J Diggs' best friend. As a matter of fact, when Mac Dre was murdered, and I hate to say it that way, but when he lost his life, Jamal and Mac Dre lived together. They had an apartment in Sacramento.
Just know, though, before Wack spewed all these allegations and incriminating statements, first he said, oh, some nigga named J. Diggs, I don't know this nigga, I don't. And then he said all this about him. Imagine that.
They lived together. That's how close of friends they were. Okay, Jamal could not go to Kansas City because he was on parole, and
it's like gangster shit. It's life of a gangster shit. Hold on, honey, really can't relate to. Every time he encounters some real gangster shit, he's anti it. He against it. He don't understand it all. He talk down on it. He's a queer though.
Everybody else went, but he couldn't go. But when he found out that his best friend was killed, he didn't even care. He got on the next plane and he was out in Kansas City for a whole week, maybe a week and a half. And I was calling him, begging him to come home, afraid of anything that might possibly happen. Jamal was crazy about his best friend, Mac Dre. And for 20 years, he carried his emblem on, the medallion is Mac Dre's face. Now, nobody's going to do something to somebody and then carry their face on their chest for the next 20 years. Come on now. And this thing about Mac Dre's face and Jamal's face, you know what that was? That was an album cover. He did an album cover where all the songs that he and Mac Dre did together, he put his face on one side, Mac Dre's face on the other side, and he did the album cover with that. But I could just go on, but I'm not gonna. I want to thank you very much. I've been listening to you every night. I call you my soap opera, okay?
I appreciate
my
it.
husband, my husband has to tell me sometime to turn it down, and basically, I started listening to you because, like I said,
Wack 100, 100.
I'm J Diggs' mom, so I have to stay in my lane. But all this stuff this man was saying just hurt so bad. It hurt my family because we know how that it wasn't true. Not only that, we know how close Jamal is to all of his kids. I'm going to tell you something. When his kids have a birthday, he call them up, where you want to go? If that one in Tacoma wants to go to Disneyland, Jamal flying him to Disneyland, okay? He takes care of all his kids. That's one thing I can say. Okay, he have a lot of kids. He have a lot of baby mamas, you know. I can't get into all that. But the important thing to me is you take care of those kids, and he does take care of those kids.
Did you ever meet this woman here that's talking like this?
Let me tell you about her. I have never met her to my face, okay? But all this stuff that she's saying, I got a Facebook post from her, and it was all about this grandmother and how the lady.
I'm lost as to what they talking about now. I don't know who they referring to or what she supposed to have had said.
And Washington was talking about her grandmother, how terrible she was. And she just gave me pages and pages. And so I just simply wrote back to the young lady and I said, I'm really sorry about your grandmother. And it's very hurtful that anyone would do something like that. And I left it at that. And I just said, I'm going to pray for you. And I hope that, this stops. But I wasn't going to get in the middle of that. But this is one of the few ones that I haven't met. I have never met her personally, only on Facebook. And all this stuff that she's saying, is so many lies in there. But I can go on, but I'm not going to go on trying to defend Jamal. His life speaks for itself. Anybody, the man been in the music business for 22 years, okay? Obviously, he must be making some kind of money, okay? Mm-hmm. He has a house in Las Vegas or one in Hawaii. Obviously, he's doing something right. He has his barbershop. He's written his book. He has his, what do you call it? Well, he's actually.
Man, it warms my heart to hear how proud she is of her baby. That's right, Mom. You could tell she just glowing with joy. She burning up with pride. She proud of her baby. That shit just feel good to hear on my mama. It's in every tone of her voice, every word she chews. That's what it's about, man. On my mama. I appreciate that.
The Catfish Corner, he's moving that to Las Vegas. But he has... he's moving from Hawaii to Las Vegas, the Catfish Corner. So obviously he's doing something. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, he's working on a movie on his life right now. And as far as her talking about he doesn't get along with Mac Dre's mother, yes, he does. In fact, they're doing a documentary together now. Okay? So, and the documentary is going to come out, and then you'll see it. So, a lot of this stuff is all going to be, washed out when it all comes to light. This girl is just trying to come up with big crazy stuff, and you can see Wack trying to lead her on with Mac Dre's death. Come on. And my grandson, like I said, every time he says that, I can just cry. I miss my baby so much. But there was nothing in his system, nothing.
And Wack doesn't care at all about that it affects your family. He just cares that he's trying to assassinate the man's character.
Absolutely. And then he said for the insurance money, there was no insurance. There was absolutely no insurance. And mainly there was no insurance because, Jamal was a single dad. It was just kids,
Yeah, he expect or assume insinuating insurance is just normal. Hate to admit it, yeah, black folks, we don't always be set up like that. That's why we cry so hard at funerals as to opposed to white people who just seem to take it a little bit smoother on the chin. Maybe it's them zeros that they waiting to cash in or already just cashed in. Maybe it just balances out the experience. But however, Wacko No 100, not quite from the elements of the ghetto and the struggle and the poverty that we've experienced. He just assumes everybody has insurance. Queer though.
He had his kids, but nobody thought to put insurance on an 18-year-old at that time.
Right.
Okay? And you know what? We're a close family. And anybody who know the digs, me and my husband have been married 56 years. We are very close to Jamal.
Gotta give it up for that. Black love is beautiful.
I worked with him, with his record label, and Mac Dre, and all of them. Anybody that know me, they'll even tell you, I had a street name. I worked with so many rappers, my street name was Big Money.
Okay, right, Miss Betty.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you can go on, and it's validated, a.k.a. Betty Diggs, Big Money. You know, because I work.
She hard. Oh, Bob's hard. I free nuts with me now on my mama.
Worked with those kids, okay? And I work with my son. And my son, he's a good person, okay? And that's enough. My husband said that's enough.
Okay, and I appreciate you calling in, and congratulations to you and your husband for being together for that long, because that is definitely rare.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm going to keep listening to you. And you know what? My prayers go out to Marciano. And we going to stay on top of that too. Okay?
Most definitely. I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Bay Mac, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Bay Mac, be about your money at all costs. I'm from the land of the crack pavement. When niggas holler stay dangerous and squabble up just like Javante Davis. Niggas haters, they on lame shit. We be on that game shit. He thought he got away. I chase him down LeBron James shit. Blood stain from the stainless. He need a paramedic. And we play ball. Everybody around me athletic. Still stepping. Well committed. I stand on business. Every load I jump in, that bitch tinted. Don't catch me slipping. About my money low. Run me that bag. Call my bitch and say I need you. She gon' run to me fast. That mafia swag, she can't get enough. And she know I'm by my man. She let her sit and watch me add all this money up. Riders popping out the cut like roaches when the lights on. I'm just like BG with my niggas, whether right or wrong. Dead end mafia. You entering the danger zone. Tiny Macs be cracking heads. You better have your helmet on. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. Just that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Bay Mac. Be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Bay Mac, be about your money at all costs. These niggas be hopping out of foreign whips and feeling like they run shit. The homie like Nick Cannon, he a fool with them drumsticks. Serve him and they done with. Have all of them niggas hit. Something heavy in my Bay Mac sweater. You see the gun print. Yeah, got me bent behind tent, but I'm low key, give a fuck about the busters. The real niggas fuck with me, I move solo. Two pro clubs over polo. You won't catch me in none of you niggas photos. Y'all too friendly. Hopping out, spilling my Remy, smoking on good pressure. Always in a different load. Gotta keep these niggas guessing. Firearms in my possession. Steady counting my blessings. Believe in God and believe in this weapon. And try not to do too much stressing. Ain't seen my daughter in months. And when we FaceTime, I shed tears, I can't help it. And still connected in these streets just like Wi-Fi. Chucking up the set for death though. We gon' rip ride. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. Just that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Bay Mac, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. Just that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Bay Mac, be about your money at all costs.
that puzzle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
My nigga is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud on Hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!